Well, many of us like to kick off our day with a cup of coffee, and a coffee brand pays tribute to family gatherings and hard days at work. Today, we're joined by James House of Brothers Cowboy Coffee. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, I'm so excited about this. This is a really cool story. Before we get to tasting this amazing brew, tell me how this company got started, because you had family. It's all at the heart of this.
Yeah, well, so growing up, coffee and music was a big part of my life. And we all lived on a ranch. My dad and his three brothers, there was four of them, they had all the families on one ranch, 4 houses, and this ranch in Southern Oregon. So we'd wake up in the morning and they'd already be doing ranch business and talking over. And they would always finish the meeting in the mornings with the singing, because they would sing on weekends. So they had the ranch, they'd work all week. And there was all these little kids. I had 18 first cousins, by the way.
Wow.
We all lived on this ranch. So, yeah, so they would drink coffee in the mornings. And it was just, you know, part of the ritual of growing up there. And then, of course, they always sang, which was a beautiful thing. And actually, if you were 12 and 13, we got older, to just be invited to go sit with them was a big
photos.
Yeah, look at those guys.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so Dad's there on the second on the left, and
it's
Uncle Roo, and that was some of their promo pictures. They were actually on the Arthur Godfrey show for a bit, and
is that the one that was kind of similar to the American Idol of today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so they'd wanted, and we're getting ready to go on the road, but they had like 4 or 5 kids each, and decided, wow, we thought they'd stay home, and they did. And so, you know, I got all that wonderful attention, which was great.
Again, back to family. It's the heart of everything. Now, we can't go on without saying you have quite the musical background yourself. You've written songs for Diamond Rio, Martina McBride. You're still very much involved in the music scene. Talk about your background.
Well, music's still what I do. You know, this has just been this labor of love to do it. Yeah, I've been very lucky to have songs. I got nominated for Song of the Year twice, Ain't That Lonely Yet, and A Broken Wing, and lots of Joe Bonamassa cuts. Joe's doing very well out there these days. So, yeah, that's what I do. That's my day job, which I'm really grateful. And it's because of these guys.
Yeah.
The house was full of music all the time. In fact, my Auntie Jean, their sister, her song was Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
What?
So if you got a house family together for like in 10 seconds, people were singing. So, and that's how we just kind of, even when my dad, we were like, you know, at that awkward age of teenager and father, which is always, you know, him and I always sang together. So we always did 2-part harmony. So it was, music's always been the you know, what bound us all together. And so this was just a tribute to them. And my brother's involved in it, and another house, my 2 sons are involved in it too.
Oh, no kidding.
So there's 2 generations of House Brothers involved.
Okay, so we've got to go through the process. We're going through the tasting process, as you were telling me. This is how we came. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's kind of like wine tasting, you know. So we tasted lots and lots of different beans and stuff. So this is a blend of a couple beans, and basically what you do is you smell the beans and see what that feels like. And then, you know, then you do the ground up, which is a whole nother experience.
My.
So you smell some chocolate.
Yes.
And then, you know, what do they call notes of
I did smell
citrus, and then there's no flavor added. That's just the ground. So Brazil kind of gives it that chocolate, and Papua New Guinea gives it that stuff, and then you taste. You know, so there it is, and that's an espresso taste of it. So that'll kind of, if you're not awake, you're going to be very awake.
This is so well-rounded. I like a rich, bold, dark coffee, and this is it. Now, real quick, explain the photo on the front. I love how you found it in your house, and we thought, oh, you know what? I'm going to put it on the front of it.
Yeah, well, it was in my house for a long time, and it was just one day I went, oh, that's the logo. So I called a friend of mine, and we went over and just designed this over a period of a couple months. And then I found a company that does cans, and so we did that. And, you know, I had 100, 200 cans in the house, and I had to get the coffee. So we finally found the coffee, and here it is. It's House Brothers Cowboy Coffee, and they're real singing cowboys, so it was really, it's a tribute to them.
Tribute to them, and it's delicious.
Thank you.
You really, job well done. Mwah. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Laura.
Thanks for joining us. All right, grab a great cup of coffee and check out housebrotherscowboycoffee.com.